Just because she's your wife or she's your girlfriend, it doesn't mean you have the cat in the bag. If anything, you need to work harder. If you've clicked on this video, you probably want to know, as the title suggests, how to be vulnerable with women without women losing interest. Now, I have made a previous video on why women lose interest when men get emotionally vulnerable, quote unquote, lose interest. So I will link it, and I recommend you watch the video before proceeding to this video because it's important. But just a quick recap. While vulnerability is beautiful and it's authentic and you reveal the man behind the mask, while that grows the bond and the connection that people have, it reveals the reality, but it erodes at the fantasy. You know, reality, fantasy, two different worlds, but people want both in a relationship. People want to be emotionally vulnerable and close and safe and have emotional conversations, but they also want to have that animalistic passion with their partner, which the core ingredients of desire is mystery, fantasy, risk, unpredictability, novelty, everything that vulnerability is not. And the reason the woman got with you in the first place is because of the fantasy of who you could be, of the kind of lifestyle you have, and the kind of lifestyle she's going to have if she joins her life with you. The fantasy is what turns people on. Now, this video isn't going to talk about should you or should you not be vulnerable. That is another video altogether. But at the end of the day, it's a decision you need to make. Okay, so this video is for men who have made the decision that they want to be vulnerable and they want to be able to have emotionally compelling conversations with their women. Now, 2 points and 2 tips that I can give you to help you do that without the women losing quote unquote interest. Number 1, you need to understand that while the emotionally vulnerable moment will bring you together and closer in love, it will not do much to ignite the passion and the sexual desire she will feel for you that night. If a woman is in the caring mode and she's kind of wants to care for you, she might be stressed, she might be worried about what you have told her that day, she's going to be very much in her head, right? So if you're scheduling a night of hot passion with your lady, do not schedule an emotionally vulnerable moment for that day. Women are not like men. Women do not have the ability to turn on like this, perform, and then end on a happy ending like men. Women, their foreplay starts even before you come into the bedroom. Okay, it's all in here. So do not extinguish that vibe with an emotional conversation that day. And if you do, don't be surprised why she's not, sexually receptive to you that night. That's number 1. And number 2 is learn the phrase, I'll figure it out. Okay, there is a difference between men unloading their problems and issues on women and expecting them to fix it, or just unloading and saying, look, babe, things are going tough at work, I'm struggling, but I'll figure it out. And the thing is, you don't even need to have a plan to figure it out, because if women want to live in a fantasy, give them the fantasy. Now, I know it's a faff, and I know it's things you need to think about and consider and plan, but going to the gym is a faff. Brushing your teeth every day is a faff. But you want a good body and you want good oral hygiene. Desire and attraction is also something that needs to be cultivated in relationships. Just because she's your wife or she's your girlfriend, it doesn't mean you have the cat in the bag. If anything, you need to work harder, because as relationships progress, as love grows, novelty diminishes and desire also has a tendency to diminish. Anyway, in the next video, I'm going to talk about what to do if you're a man and you've had an emotionally vulnerable moment and you're not comfortable with it, right? she might be acting a little weird, you might be feeling insecure, you might be like overanalyzing the situation, whatever it is, it's in your head and it got to you. In the next video, I'm going to talk about what you should do and what you can do to help you regain that power back. Stay tuned and I will speak to you in the next video.